Hello everyone, 124san's here with another premiere draft of Final Fantasy. Without further ado, let's look at our pack 1 pick 1. Well, we have another Y'shtola roll in the rare slot just like last time. And just like last time, I'm not gonna pick her right now. Here's another rare in Summoner's Grimoire, which is not that great. It's the 4-mana 1/1 that when he attacks, you can put a your card from your hand to the board, but this kind of effect is usually just not great in limited period. Although this pack is just not great in general. So the pick is either Y'shtola Raw versus Dreams of Laguna. Dreams of Laguna is a solid card in every single blue deck, whereas Y'shtola Raw only works if you have enough good creatures to blink. I think I'm gonna be safe and take this Dreams Laguna, which is always good if you're playing blue. Maybe less great if you are playing blue-white, but you can still play that there. And if you are playing blue-white, then Y'shtola will not be a good card because you have so many equipments that you're not gonna target with Y'shtola. Pack 1, pick 2. This pick is between Ice Magic or White Aura Sight. On face value, White Aura Sight is probably the strongest monocolor card here, and if we consider more colors, Cloud of Darkness is probably the strongest card. But I think I'm gonna take an Ice Magic to go with the Dreams of Laguna here, also sending a strong signal of blue being cut for the first two picks. Pick 3. Some decent cards all around. The gold cards are decent. Although there are two colors of neither of those we are in right now. The blue card is just not amazing period. So we are taking either a black card or a red card. On face value, I like Vayne's Treachery more, but I have a bias of going into blue-red right now because I like blue-red. This is my favorite color, and if my favorite color is good in the limited format, then I would definitely want to try being it, so let's take Suplex instead of the Vayne's Treachery here. Pack 1, pick 4. Decent cards all around. The best card here is most likely Town Greeter in green, although there will be of difference than the colors we already have. So the pick here is between Syncopate versus Sorcerer Schemes. Both cards are pretty good in blue-red. Although taking Syncopate can leave us more open to other colors, we don't have to be blue-red, even though I kinda like bias myself a little bit in the last pack by taking a Suplex over Vayne's Treachery. I think I'm gonna take Syncopate to be more open. Pick 5. We got another Ice Magic so that we can keep our mono blue train. And there's a Sid if you want to try to move to blue-white artifacts. And the equipment right away. I think I'm just taking Ice Magic here. Pick 6. The cards are mediocre all around. Magic Damper is great if you have something to protect, which we have none. We don't even have any single creature here. And we have a lot of interactions, so the priority for Light of Judgment is a little bit less. Random Train is a decent black card only if you're playing black-white. If we're playing blue-black, then this card is not so great because we're not gonna have that many creatures or artifacts to sacrifice unless we are drafting artifacts and creatures for Phantom Train. Black also have a Hectize, which is kind of decent. I think Light of Judgment is still enough that I'm gonna take a Hectize first. Pick 7, no blue cards, not a good sign. Laughing Mad is a decent filler in blue-red because the flashback is a 4 cost, which is exactly what blue-red needs. There's also a Signpost in Black Walls number 3, although it's not that great. 4-mana 2/2 that dies to any removal in this format. Like they use their 1-mana Summoner magic to destroy your 4-mana stuff. Not great. So I think this pick is between Laughing Man and Ring of Lucy, both are kinda okay. I think I prefer Ring of Lucy though. Pick 8. Filler card all around. But Blazing Bomb is a pretty decent card if you are exactly in blue-red, which is what we were trying to push into. So yeah, if you are actually land in blue-red, this will be a decent card. Over Ice Flame, which is a filler. A decent, I won't say decent, but a playable filler nonetheless. But yeah, let's take Blazing Bomb here. Pick 9, no playable blue card, no blue card, no black, no green. And the red card Freya is not good in blue-red. I don't even have any equipment. Although if we are playing blue-white, then these white cards are also not great. So it's pretty weak pick overall. Let's just take a red card. Not gonna play this. This is just a 2-mana 2/2. Pick 10. Alright, we got a Gaily Cat wheel. Gaily Cat is a decent card in blue-white because we're gonna drop more equipment and other artifacts to work with this. Although kind of regret we didn't drop any white cards before this, but I think most fix is filler enough that I'm willing to take a Gaily Cat before that. Pick 11, Renoa wheeled all the way around, but we don't have any green cards, so we are not moving away from blue. Rook Turret is usually a pretty filler card, but in exactly blue-white stack, Rook Turret can be another flyer, can be an artifact for artifact synergies like Gaily Cat. So taking this right here. Pick 12, and I was already thinking of picking Socialist Schemes in this pack. So if we are ending up in blue-red, this would be the good card. Pick 11, oh no. Pick 13, apparently I cannot read the numbers. Clive's Hideaway. Control 4 more legendary creatures, no thanks. Magic Damper, maybe I'll play it if I have something to protect. And here we are at pack 2, pick 1. Pack 2, pick 1 is mediocre all around, but we have to pick a side. Looks like the blue cards is not that higher priority of a pick, even though Edgar can work well in blue-white, but if I'm playing blue-white, I much prefer a white Urasite, because we don't have any white Urasite yet. And if we are playing a red card, no, we're not taking a red card. Red card here is just not good. But if we want to be in blue-red, we can take this single pace to be more open, but I think white Urasite has enough upside that I'm willing to take right now. Pack 2, pick 2. We have an OG Lightning Bolt, which is an amazing card. And in blue, we have a second copy of Dreams Laguna. I am like durdling around between red and white. This is gonna cost me, but I like a Lightning Bolt a lot. And if we want to cut our ties with red, we just take a Paladin's Arms here. Be artifact, but screw it, I'm playing both sides. Not sure if I can come out on top though. That's the consequence of playing on both sides. But in pack 2 pick 3, we can definitely take a blue card here in Dragon's Wyvern, the best blue card period. 2 mana 2/1, make a 1/1. Good in any sort of blue deck. Yeah, also good card in black. I was gonna pass it to the players who are right. And the Crossover Village for fixing, the Town Greeter for green. But yeah, let's take our blue good card. Pack 2, pick 4, we have Thunder Magic, which is a good sign for red, and Delivery Moogle, which is a good sign for white. Ooh boy. I think, yeah, I am making another hard choice here. I need to cut ties with one color, so I just focus on the yellow color. Because of my preference and Social Schemes work so well with cards like Lightning Bolt and Thunder Magic, I am gonna cut tie with white and take this Thunder Magic here. Hopefully I make the right decision. Pick 5. We got a very good card in Cycle card collection. 4 mana to draw this card too, and that becomes a Flying Crew 1 vehicle in late game, and it's the easiest to accomplish this in blue-black, but also kind of easy to accomplish in blue-red because we have a lot of instant sorcery that we just use it and they go to graveyard by themselves. Pretty neat. Pack 2, pick 6. Well, if we're in white, this will be a better pack for white, but we are locked in on blue-red, so we cannot take any white card. Gonna take the Failure Laughing Man. That can trigger the 4 or more with a flashback. Although I keep saying 4 or more non-creature spells, but we do not have any payoffs for those, like Sahagins, Ultras, the Signpost. Pick 7. Valkyrie aerial units is good in exactly blue-white. We don't have that many artifacts right now for this to work. So I think gonna take a Scorpion Sentinel, which is a 2-mana 1/4 that blocks on the ground. Basically blocks every creature that doesn't fly or doesn't have menace. Pick 8. We have a Lionheart for 4 or more, or we take a Dual Land. And at this stage of drafting, usually it's a better idea to take a more playable, because we only have 15 playables and 16 if we count the item shopkeep. But Barium is 100% make cut and also makes the 2 color pips cards better if we are somehow in those. Pick 9. Red cards are filler. White cards are decent, but we are not in white. So let's just take Edgar and maybe we'll play it, depending on what you have. Pick 10. Another Primal Garuda for whites, but we do got a Dreams of Laguna, which can work super well in this deck. Pick 11. There's nothing for any player, so I will just take a Random Encounter, which is an uncommon, to fill out the vault progress. I actually didn't check how many copies of it I have. You can do that by pressing Alt key while checking the cards. And I was saying I didn't have any 4 or more non-creature spell payoffs, but we actually have in these 2 copies of Blazing Bomb. Blazing Bomb is a pretty decent card in exactly this deck. So yeah, pack 3 pick 1. We have Terra, which we're not gonna pick. But in blue, we have 2 amazing cards in Dragoon's Wyvern and Swallowed by Leviathan. I think Swallowed by Leviathan is a better card overall. It's the best counter spell in this format, and I think it's better than a lot of other counter spells in other formats because there's a Surveils 2 and it works in any stage of the game. Let's just take this. Pick 3, pick 2. We have Sorcerer Skins number 2, or Starting Summon Sanctum for removal. In removal departments, we have Thunder Magic and Suplex and Lightning Bolt, which are pretty awesome removal. Right? They don't deal with the big things. Stuck to Summon Sanctum can deal with big things, but it only costs 3, so it doesn't trigger the 4 or more payoffs, and it doesn't disable static effects. So I am thinking of taking the second Sorcerer Skins, but there's a chance for this card to wheel. I think I'm actually taking a Warrior Sword because kind of lack of 4-drop, and then we just gotta pass another side quest card collection. Just as I said, I'm lacking 4-drop. Yeah, taking this over Dragon's Wyvern because side quest card collection is good in multiples. You will discard more cards and they all flip together. Pick 4, we got Stuck versus Laughing Man. We already have 1 copy of Laughing Man, not gonna pay another one, so let's just pick the Stuck. Pick 5, we got the premium, the absolute premium uncommon in this set. And some people say this is the best uncommon period for Final Fantasy Limited. And yeah, this has the power to be the best uncommon in this set, just because it's a 2/2. You make a 2/2 bird and you can shoot something by paying more mana, and you can get it back with Sorcerer Schemes in this deck, so it's amazing. Let's take that. Pick 6. I think we're just gonna take a OG counter spell here. And we are most likely gonna play more blue than red, so counter spell can be cast on time. Also, the earlier pick of Baron, Airship Kingdom pays off here because it helps us to cast these cards with multiple pips like Shogo Comet and Counterspell. Pick 7. We have Securing Merchant, which is super filler, and Praying Branch, which is also filler, but we have a lot of way to trigger her prowess. So I think we can actually take her here. And we're not gonna play Edgar. And if you're not playing Edgar, then I am kinda regret on picking the Warrior Sword over the Sorcerer Schemes. But I was thinking of Sorcerer Schemes being wheeled because it happened in pack 1. Hopefully it happened again. Pick 8, we don't need any more removal, so no Light of Judgment. I'm gonna pick a second Praying Branch. I don't think I'll play her though. Pick 9, we have nothing good wheeled, so let's just take a uncommon. Pick 10, we have, yep, this is what I said. We got the Sorcerer Schemes wheel, so let's just take that. And I think this deck can run Rings of Lucy just because we have so many mana sinks like Sorcerer Schemes flashback, Dreams of Laguna flashback, and Ice Magic, Thunder Magics, Tiered, Choco Comet X. Yeah, Rings of Lucy is staying. We are at 24 cards though, so we have to cast something. I don't want to cast Scorpion Sentinel, because we need some linking blockers. We call Laughing Mad? Maybe we call Laughing Mad. Pick 11, just gonna take a uncommon. Pick 12, pick a rare. Good for the Vault Progress and my card collection. Not to be confused with a side quest card collection. Take from father to son, and yeah, I have a place of it, so do I get gems on that? Yeah, we do get gems from that. And let's head to the deck building. Alright, deck building says we are already at 40 cards. So I think that's it. We don't need to do any more changes. Just cut the Laughing Mad because we already have 2 copies of Dreams of Laguna and also 2 copies of Card Collection for a section, so we don't need Laughing Mad, which is worse than those. Let's just take a look at this deck. This deck doesn't have any of the signposts in blue-red, and we don't have any Sahagins, which is not great. Ideally, you want Sahagins for the 4 or more pairs, but in this deck we do have Blazing Bombs that can work well in this deck. And we have a lot of non-creatures. I think our win con is just these 2 copies of Sacrifice Card Collection, which flips into a Flying Crew and vehicle. We do need another creature to crew it though. In that case, should I play more creatures? I mean, Warrior Sword is a creature. And then, so let's actually count our creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have 7 show commits. We don't have 7 extra creatures. That's a little bit less for creature counts. Do I need to add more creatures? Don't think this is an add card deck because we don't have that many artifact counts. If we want to add more creatures, we can add Cream Branch to another 3. But what do we cut? Maybe we cut Stuck in Some Sanctum because we don't need this kind of removal when we already have so many removal in the belt. Yeah, I think I like the idea of cutting a removal. Let's cut the Summon Sanctum and add another 3 drop in Cream Branch. And not playing Rook Terrorist, which is Omega Filler, and not playing Iron Shopkeep, which is a 2-mana 2/2 bear. That definitely doesn't pass 2025 drafting standard. Alright, I think this is the deck. We have so many non-creature spells, so we need to win with our card collection and maybe the Black Mage token from Cream Branch. And also we can trigger the progress easily because we have so many non-creature spells. Alright, that's it for the deck building. Let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here we are at round 1. We start with a 4-lander, turn 1 Blazing Bomb, turn 2 Scorpion Sentinel. Decent enough to keep, although not a lot going on with this hand. Hopefully we draw the card collection. Card collection is super strong with this. For the mulligan ones. And they're going first. They do have a 1-drop in Toneberry, which can be traded with Blazing Bomb. I think I'm gonna do it do it right away before they pick up counters. Or if they spend like a suplex removal on the Blazing Bomb, yeah, that's good as well. Let's just play another one. Do a Lightning Bolt, which is good. Although there still isn't a lot of actions going on with this hand. We have to take a hit from Tom Barry this turn. They play a Monk's Fist, which is a 2-1. Take the 2 from Tom Barry. When we draw a land, that's not great. Play our own land, play a Sentinel, and blow out this Tom Barry so we are taking damage from that. And hopefully we draw some action. This hand is like doing nothing, it's so reactive. Well, draw another land, and let's just pass here. They hit the land 5, although they don't have any actions either. Now we got Social Schemes. I have the options to Lightning Bolt this hero and Social Schemes get it back on the same turn. I actually want to do that though. That's like exposing my Lightning Bolt and Social Schemes. Feel like I don't want to do that. Let's hold out magic for Ice Magic and Lightning Bolt for now. They play the Malboro, which is gonna feed into the island. I'm gonna feed the island to it. And we got 3 lands exiled, damn. That is starting something. Drew into another Sorcerer Schemes. Alright, with like these many Sorcerer Schemes, it feels like we're gonna do something here. So let's play a Lightning Bolt, Sorcerer Schemes, the Lightning Bolt, and do it again. Yeah, we're gonna have infinite Lightning Bolts. Or maybe we can attempt to shoot this at their face. Even. They mill 3 cards, one of them is playable, very good for them. Drew a Suplex. Do I want to Social Schemes and get rid of Shinra Reinforcement right now? It's not like the board is advanced by any means, but we do have the 2 Social Schemes Infinite Loop. Although I say they're looping, but they're not accomplished. Oh wait, they do accomplish something, because when I get the Social Schemes from exile, it goes to my hand, and then when I cast it, it will go to graveyard. So the looping actually accomplished something. In that case, let's spend the mana to get back Lightning Bolt and destroy that, and then we can use our Social Schemes to get back our Social Schemes. Which is kinda neat, I'm not gonna lie. Well, the board is certainly not going anywhere. Let's just use Social Schemes to get Social Schemes. Oh damn. Infinite spells glitch. I'm not gonna do anything, because 1/4 it can block both of them. Or okay, they choose to corner. We have the option to bounce this back. Or we have the option to bounce the bird. Think like we should bounce this because we are lacking creatures. And they can have the attack for this turn. They still have 4 mana, they choose to attack right away. And our turn, we drew a land, so this is a 7/7 now. I can use the Social Schemes in our hand and cast something, or we can use Social Scheme in the graveyard and Lightning Bolt this bird. I think you're just gonna do that. This is the infinite Lightning Bolt deck. I just found out. I didn't even realize I can just loop this 2 forever when doing the deck building. So that's pretty sweet. Just hope they... Well... Hope is lost. They destroy my only creature and starts attacking. Alright, they spend 3 mana for Iron Man, which can be destroyed by Sorcerer Schemes. And yeah, I have to spend a Sorcerer Schemes on another Sorcerer Schemes at some point. But I don't think it's right now, because right now we can just get a better Lightning Bolt and use it on their threats. And then we have to spend Sorcerer Schemes on Sorcerer Schemes next turn. So we don't want to see they play any big creatures that cannot be dealt with a single Lightning Bolt. They attack for 1. And they play a Blazing Bomb. Move the equip right away. Looks like they don't have anything either with us. We have to spend these Sorcerer Schemes on Sorcerer Schemes. And then we spend this Sorcerer Schemes on Lightning Bolts because we can cast it right away. And bolt this Blazing Bomb. And then we have to do that again with Sorcerer Schemes, getting the Sorcerer Schemes in the exile. And the good thing is they don't have anything either, so I can just keep doing this forever. Unless they have a playable card right now. If they have a playable card, they will just probably play it, and the stopping for priority is probably because of just moving the Monk's Fist. You can still equip to the same creature, even if there's no other creatures to do so. If we Sorcerer Schemes here, we can certainly just do it again. Let's do it. Sorcerer Schemes into Lightning Bolt to get rid of this only wizard. And for the rest of the game, I'll just assume they're holding a land. If they drew something big, I can always scalp the Thunder Magic to get rid of it. If they don't play anything, I will just Ring of Lucy and Sorcerer Schemes to get back the other Sorcerer Scheme and prepare for next turn. Yeah, Ring of Lucy is a great help because we do need a lot of mana to just loop these Sorcerer Schemes forever. Choco coming for face. Oh wow. In that case, we died. We are dying to another direct damage. Let's change things a little bit. -2 on that. And then so we have an option to either Sorcerer Schemes and get back Sorcerer Schemes, or we hold up Syncopate. If we hold up Syncopate, the problem is they have a lot of mana. Let's actually play out the Ring of Lucy. So we can still hold up Syncopates for 2 if they cast something really that big. That's fine. I mean, if I can counter it, it's more fine, but I can counter the second one if they do it right now. Or if they play... Yeah, gonna counter that. I already paid the price, and I'll pray for that as well. And I assume that's a land they're holding. Play our land drop. We can Sorcerer Schemes first or Laguna. Let's just Sorcerer Schemes, get back Sorcerer Schemes. And then we Sorcerer Schemes, get back... I think we get back Thunder Magic. And we can drink the Laguna now, or hold up Thunder Magic for 2. 2 is not enough to get rid of to get rid of 3-mana switch to haste, so let's just not play around haste whatsoever. Drew a Choco Comet. Alright, Choco Comet is gonna be our win con, that's for sure. Because we're gonna Choco Comet and then do the sorcery scheming looping part to just keep getting back the same comet. Let's spend all of our mana here, or we can play card collection. I think I want to play card collection after this. So 5, we have 11 mana. 11 minus 4, 7. We need X equals 7. Target phase. And yeah, that's good enough mana. And then we card collection, which is definitely flipping. I don't need this Thunder Magic anymore. Let's keep a Fawn's Threats in their hand. I'm not giving a mana for it anyways. We die to a direct damage. Hopefully we don't see any. In that case, we can try to get Syncopate just in case they Malboro us, because Malboro is a direct damage. Personally, I like the idea of putting up Syncopate. We probably don't need to sorcerer schemes anymore, but let's do that one more time. Maybe it's me being greedy, but maybe we do need this. Let's get back Syncopate, actually. And then we just hold up to the mana for our dear lives. And not feed anything into not countering anything that doesn't kill us. That's what I meant. Yeah, Malboro, second copy of Choco Comet. Although with Choco Comet they can just sink 1 mana to it. Gonna make things awkward. Black Mage Rod. I cannot even counter that. And there's no way to prevent them from dealing 1 damage. Well, if they have it, they have it. Yeah, I cannot even bounce the creature right now. They have to resolve, and if that's a non-creature spell, we're dead on spot. And yeah. That's a feels bad. We cannot do anything to that. And if we know exactly they have a Black Mage spot, is there any? I don't think this deck have any way to deal with it, because Ice Magic doesn't bounce artifacts, only bounce creatures. Even if they bounce artifacts, they can just recast it. Oh. Alright, that's a little bit annoying, but now we know our deck has a hidden win con in just looping those two forever. And probably could play better to have a higher life total, so I just don't die to that on spot. Alright, heading into game 2. Here we are at game 2, facing against a mythic player. We start with a Dreams of Laguna on 2 and Kring Branch on 3, but we cannot play both of them, which is fine. I'll assume the first one will die when we play the second one. I played a Cecil, that's what not good. Also we don't have anything to deal with it. But the good thing about Cecil is hitting both players, which is actually fine. For now. Play a land but nothing. Let's play Dreams of Laguna for a Ice Magic. I'll definitely hold that. And then we drew into a counterspell, which is not. We can hold up a counterspell for now. And Cecil is not doing like that much, because Cecil is hitting both players. Because of that, I am not gonna play my creature. They cycle, that's fine. And that means they are soul tie. If they're soul tie, that means they might have a sin. Sure, let's hurt both players. Ring of the Lucy? Do I play Ring of Lucy? But now that they also have blue mana. Actually, I like the idea of just holding out counter spell. And we can also ice magic something if we don't like. At least they're hurting both players' life total, which is what I want. Yeah, fat chocobo that has to be countered, I'm afraid. Now we don't have any counter spells. Let's just play out our stuff, play a Rings of Lucy into Queen Branch. And Sacio can flip after 2 more combats with it. Or if I hit them and they heal us again. Retrieve the Aspire for 4, holding up for blocks. And do they have Sing in hand? I don't think I can play around Sing though. Let's suplex this Cecil first. Prowess. And then we can Ice Magic this Robo Warrior. And then Cream Branch attacks for 4. If they played... Oh, they do have Sting in their hand. Oh well. Not playing around it in hand though. And they're gonna stun Ring of the Lucy. Go for them. Do a land. Can play a land here. And I'll take 1 Sing attack if they don't block. If they don't block, I can also Sorcerer Schemes and then bounce the Sting afterwards, I think. I like that plan actually. If they block, I just Thunder Magic Sing and that's it for them. Yep, no blockers. If we Thunder Magic for 4, we don't have enough mana to do anything else, so let's just continue with the original bounce plan. Just bounce the Sting with their hand. They still have a fat chocobo, but I don't care about that. They can just they can recast Sin, because we are doing a lot of damage with this wizard tokens. And we certainly have enough spells to win with Sorcerer Schemes and Dreams of the Laguna in the graveyard. If they just recast Sin, I just win on spot. But if they have the Tifa whatever thing, I have to block here, I'm afraid. Don't think I can play around Tifa's Limit Break or something. Let's just block here. And the second question, do I cast a Thunder Magic to just do 2 damage? I think I actually do. The worst possible case is they found removal for both Kring and the Wizard. Brainstorm, yep, they are digging for answers. They need exactly 2 removal spells to not be dead. And yeah, no idea if they have Sing. They can't recast Sing, that means they don't have anything. And we just win on the spot. Let's get it, yep. Alright. That is pretty sweet. I'm glad I pick up those queens because we have so many ways to just keep recasting our spells, especially if we have the Sorcerer Schemes loop. And yeah, even against a Resolve Sing, we managed to get there because of the Black Mage tokens made by Queen Branch. Sweet! 1-1 heading into game 3. Alright, here we are at game 3 against another fellow Mythic player. I'm not a Mythic player, so I probably shouldn't use the word fellow. Going first, we can play the Choco Combi on 2 if we want to. I think like I'm leaning towards yes. And then we do nothing on 3 and do 4 drops. Or if we want to be greedy, we just hold on to this Choco Comet. They presented Crossroad Village blue. In that case, I'm just willing to play this as a 2-drop. If they play Sahagin, I can attack into Sahagin for at least 2 turns. Alright, they do play the tap land, which means we get to attack for 3. So the Choco Comet x equals 0 is actually not equal to 0. We get to do more damage with it. And the next turn we'll present more creatures with Warrior Sword. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, let's attack with the bird to see if they're gonna get rid of it. Nope. Let's play the Warrior Sword to present more creatures. It might get syncopated, but we do get Warrior Sword resolved against 2 open mana. So we probably won't play around syncopate in the near future. We have 2 options, side quest or ring. I feel I'm leaning towards side quest right now. Let's just do it, because we get to see more options afterwards. Draw into lands, syncopate. Let's just discard 2 lands, and next turn will be ring into holding up mana for syncopate. Need to pay 2 mana for the ring to tap something, which is kind of a lot, because it's basically paying 4 mana. Considering Ring of Lucy also has 4 mana, they choose to do a swamp cycle right now, and I can see why. But they resolved Atraxa with no open mana, and we have 7 damage on board. So I think this is a lethal unless they literally played untapped land into a removal into our stuff. Oh, they also played their land drop. Yeah, they're mega dead. Because we have just enough mana for Ring of the Lucy into to pay a life to tap this, which is a type of game. Ooh, we managed to sneak a win through the Atraxa because my grand, brilliant, genius mind of playing a Choco Comet on 2 instead of greedy holding this for more value. Yeah, with playing this on 2, we are going first. We did like so much damage, like attacking 3 every turn for each turn. Like we start on 2 and then 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4. We do 12 damage with this bird. Damn. Yeah, if we like deal like a bit less damage, the Atraxa is gonna win the entire game. Even if we start tapping them, because they have too much value afterwards. Alright, that's super sweet. 2-1 heading into game 4. Almost gonna say 3, but yeah, we already played 3 games. Alright, here we are at game 4, finally a null against a mythic player. We start with Thunder Magic, Suplex Dreams Laguna. That's a pretty sweet hand for going second, so let's keep. We're good against any sort of aggro with this hand, and we just drew our side quest card collection, which works super well with everything in the hand right now. They play a Gardens, which is immediately dying to a Thunder Magic. No, thank you. And play a land and pass for turn 2. I could also play Suplex on 2, but we get to spend mana on Dreams of Laguna if we do a Thunder Magic right away. See a Ring of Lucy. Think this hand is good enough, so let's just mill it to make the card collection better. Draw a land, not great. We draw another land, very bad, but we do have card collection to help us in that regard. So let's just play a land and pass. They flash out and Bullshare Whiteheart for them. At least I can suplex the creature, but we have to take a hit before we'll be able to do that. And they present a Gigatoad, which can be bounced by Ice Magic. How do I like that idea? I think I like that idea a lot. Let's suplex. And let's hold up the Ice Magic, actually. Even though this will play into any hexproof trick. Alright, we managed to get the bounce, that's fine. And they just replay the Gigatoad without any lands, even. Alright, time for card collection. We need something to stabilize against that. Draw into 2 Sorcerer Schemes. And we just don't have enough cards for the Renoa Heartily. Alright, things is getting a little bit ugly. If only we get to syncopate in 1 turn, but we couldn't, sadly. And Renoa attacks, like say at least +2/+2. And if we bounce Renoa, they can make. Oh, they cannot make another Angelo. That's a good thing. So we actually bounce Renoa here to mitigate our damage taken, I think. Let's do that. Because they cannot make another Angelo. And there's actually no reason to use it right now. Because 1 mana can't do anything anyways. We do get a magic card flip, but we do not have any creature. Yeah, Renoa is fine. We make an Angelo, and the new Angelo dies to the rule. Alright, we drew a Choco Comet, which is really good. If I get rid of Renoa, the Gigantoad has a chance to be a 6s, so let's actually get rid of Gigantoad by paying X equals to 4. And sadly, we cannot hold up Syncopate after this. And we can block Renoa with what we have. Hopefully we can actually block that, otherwise we are taking too much damage. They were on the offense non-stop ever since they played their first creature. Yeah, they're Ambrosia, Garnet, and then Gigantoad, Clash. I'll have it. More than happy to crew it right now. But at least I have a blocker right now, unless it eats another removal, which will be bad. Battle manual, yep. That does it. And attacks for 7. Angelo Cannon. We're not doing good here. Sidequest card collection is not gonna deal with this. I guess we have to Sorcerer Schemes into Choco Comets, deal with this Angelo, and chunk block Renoa. We cannot deal with the Renoa with this, so we have to. Let's use our graveyard Sorcerer Schemes. And then let's get rid of this Angelo and chump the Renoa next turn. I died to any removal, but or combat trick, but I have to do this, I'm afraid. Hopefully they don't present any more creatures, which is like right now. Good. And now we have, if we play this, we still don't have enough mana. Damn. In that case, we can Ice Magic to put Renoa on top. That's also something to consider and give us some breathing room. This is like a more guaranteed way, or we get Thunder Magic and just deal with this forever. Wasn't thinking about that. Let's do that instead. And the single page is just, I just cannot cast it, sadly. I'll just do the Thunder Magic right now. In case they drew. Oh well, they're gonna get their Renoa saved. Well, that's what I wasn't playing around. If I want a more guaranteed way of getting rid of Renoa on board, I will do the Ice Magic. Maybe I should have done that. Oh well. 2-2 heading into game 5. Alright, here we are at game 5. We are at 2-2 so far, so really don't want to lose right now and lose a lot of gems. Going first, not a great hand. But if we draw a land, we have 3 playable cards. Do we risk this? The question is. It's pretty hard, but let's keep this. I'm more willing to keep 2 landers, even though going first means we see 1 less card. But if you drew 1 land of any kind in the first 2 draws, we get to cast 1 into 2 into 3, and the suplex can help clear the way for Queen to get in. And also Blazing Bomb does that if they have like a 1 toughness thing. Drew a island, which makes this hand 10 times better. This is attack and pass. And maybe Syncopate for 1, depending on what they do. If they pass, I'm just gonna play Queen. After attack, of course. Maybe they have their own Syncopate. Ambrosia, have to counter that, so that I don't get eaten. Alright, that's a 1 for 1. We don't get to cast Queen Bash this turn. Play a land into Chocomog, which is not that great on this board right now. Let's just play a Queen Brand and pass. And Chocomo dies in 2 more turns. So we don't need to care about that. Slash of Life for 1, which is exactly enough to deal with that, alright. And I think I'm gonna deal with this Magic Tech Infantry by tapping the Blazing Bomb. Or we could Choco comment that, but I think that's good enough. Let's just get rid of it. And not gonna deal with this Chocomog whatsoever, because it's dying by itself. And hopefully they play another creature, and so we can just use a removal on it and attack for 4. Or not attack if they just hold Chocomog back and the Chocomog dies. Yep, no attack components, so they are holding that. They do not have any plays. Let's just play a Ring of Lucy, even though that can trigger Blazing Bomb, but this will be most mana efficient and helps later turns tremendously with Choco Comet. Not sure what they're holding. If they have Dreams of Laguna, I'm more willing to use it right away to hit the land drop, because they did miss a land drop. And next turn, I'm good with them playing any creature that dies to Choco Comet. Alright, they draw their card, Chocomog dies. They use a Sleep Magic on here, which is fine. We can just move the Warrior Sword later. Although, if they don't present any feature, I will just cast a Blazing Bomb. And I cannot cast Choco Comet afterwards, so there is an option to move the Warrior Sword. If I move the Warrior Sword, I cannot hold up the tap something or Lightning Bolt, but I think this is better. Let's do it. I think they're more like, wait, if they hold up Ice Magic, they probably use Ice Magic on the token already. Ice Magic is better on tokens than others. I'm still not sure what they're holding. They have 2 mana for something, they still haven't played it. They finally drew their land, so they have 4 mana now. They play a White Aura Site, which can be dealt with Suplex, and if their choice is to exile the Warrior Sword, we can certainly suplex that to get our token back. Let's do it. I still have 1 mana for something. Maybe it's a combat trick. And yeah, we get our token and the sword back. Pretty nice for us. Attack with the bomb. And tap this for double colorless for Scorpion Sentinel. For that, we can hold up a Lightning Bolt if we need to use it right away. Quistis is gonna cast a 2 mana spell, which is gonna be Suplex, most likely. Yep, it's gonna be Suplex. What is suplexing? Warrior Sword, maybe? They choose a sword, that's fine. Can Lightning Bolt that? Or can just hold on to it and I think it's good time to Choco Mana. Choco Mana the creature and attack with all. And X equals 2 is enough for Blazing Bomb to trigger. Yeah. That's good enough. And then we start attacking. If they play a huge blocker, I'm just gonna Ring of Lucy to tap it down. Our collection, good card, doesn't affect the board right now. So I'm happy to see that. This card, yep, they are holding you not long. That's what the 1 mana is for. And we drew our own card collection, so we can use it right now. If we hit our land drop, the birds will hit harder. Hold up Wild Rose Rebellion, aka Counterspell, and Lightning Bolt. Sounds like a good plan, so let's just discard both lands. Sacrifice the potential for Scorpion Sentinel to be bigger. Also sacrificing the 1 more damage this turn, but we are in pretty good spots with the Counterspell. Think we counter that, that's 2 bodies that we need to deal with. And yeah, done with it. Nice. 3-2, heading to game 6. At least I get enough gens back to not losing too much. Let's keep this going. Alright, here we are at game 6, starting with Thunder Magic and Counterspell. But if we want to Counterspell on 2, we cannot play the Mountain. Let's actually play the Mountain. Board map, don't want to do anything to that anyways. An island. If they play a sweet... Oh yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, if they play a sweet toughness thing, then I could have counterspelled that. If I play an island at first. Alright, turn 3, Dragoon's Wyvern into a token. They put 3 mana into the board map to get Balam Garden Seed Academy. And we can actually play our entire hand, although we have to play Social Schemes first. Or we play a Blazing Bomb and hold up Wild Rose Rebellion. That's also an option. Think it doesn't even contribute to the board, so let's not be mana efficient and play a Blazing Bomb first. And counterspell anything. Yep, I am counterspelling that. I'm so glad I hold it up. And then we drew a Lightning Bolt. Damn. Think we can on the Lightning Bolt to the Lightning Bolt grind session. Let's just do it. Oh, I grabbed the wrong stuff. Oops. Maybe that's better for later because we can scale up the Blazing Bomb. And we still have the option to Lightning Bolt by Social Schemes into Lightning Bolt. Is that a second copy of SAS Castroy? Damn. Your pool must be good. But it doesn't matter too much for us because we can Social Schemes and Lightning Bolt. They did get rid of our stuff, which is not great. But yeah. This turn is gonna be Social Schemes for Lightning Bolt. And yeah, Lightning Bolt is in the graveyard, thank goodness. Or we could have saved the Lightning Bolt for face. Maybe that's better. But Thunder Magic will help us hitting them. And you can get rid of the Alarm Garden, which is not active in a while. They spend 5 mana to deal with the fire, but we still have another potential threat, which scales better if we drew another land. Attack for 5. Gladius doesn't die to a Thunder Magic even? Damn. But if we do draw a land, that is lethal actually, because Thunder Magic can hit for 7. Let's hope we drew a land, and ask and you shall receive. Land is the best draw ever right now. And we just had hit exact lethal. Oh boy! Everything is going according to plan. Oh, that feels amazing. 4-2, heading into game 7. Alright, here we are at game 7. We start with 4-lander. We can cast Choco Combat on 2 if we need to, going first. Yeah, we think we are gonna try to do that. Or we hold it for later when we have more mana, because we are gonna cast Ring of Lucy. Let's see what land they drop. Like, if they drop a 1-drop with 1 toughness, I'm definitely gonna hold this until turn 3. If they are a slow deck though, do I attack? Well, that doesn't say slow deck to me, so let's just hold this up and use it turn 3. And if they hold up syncopates, which they aren't, but they have an Emperor. I cannot deal with Emperor whatsoever because they're gonna outscale us by casting 4 more non-creatures. So let's just get rid of the Blazing Bomb right now. And the Emperor cannot be stopped, sadly. Yep, retrieve the Esper. Make the Emperor bigger. We drew into a Blazing Bomb, which works well with the card collections we have. We have the attack here, because we cannot block. Anyways, that goes in. Let's do our first card collection. We need Thunder Magic, because we do not draw into it. So let's discard Laguna and Mountain. And then they cast another one, makes Emperor a 4/4. Not great. Very not great. Drew into another land. If we cast Side Quest right now, we still don't have enough to fill the graveyard. Casting a Blink Bomb, that's for sure. Should I cast a ramp right now? I think both are about equal. And if I think we have to block, otherwise we're taking too much. We can double block something. And if the Emperor attacks, at least they don't have too many non-creature spells in the graveyard yet. Combat tutorial into Robo Warrior. That's not great. In that case, second combat tutorial, make them 4/4. Blazing Bomb can grow bigger and destroy the Emperor later. So let's. We have to get rid of the Emperor. That's the biggest threat. So I think we should chump block here instead of double block and destroy it. Sort of schemes, but there is Choco Comet to get back. But do we have enough mana? Or yep, that's just outside of the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana after this. 5 mana means X equals 3, which is not enough against anything they have. That's very sad. But there is like actually lethal on spot actually. Maybe I should have do the Choco Comet play, but yeah, I definitely think I misplayed. Because now I have like absolutely no chance of survival. There's no way to get this side quest to flip. Even if they flip, they're not blocking any day soon. And if I want to grow this Blazing Bomb, I cannot leave a mana to tap down anything. Yeah, very sad, but that's it. 4/3. I believe this deck can be greater than this. So yeah, lack of Sahagin, and maybe I could play better in some of my matches. I certainly do see the potential in this deck, especially with the 2 copies of Sorcerer Schemes looping over and over for like the ultra late game. And Chocobo Comet helps us a lot, especially in a game where we cast it like on turn 2 and attack for 3 every single turn afterwards. And that's how we win against a Truxa. If we don't do that, then they're gonna stabilize. Even if we tap down the Truxa, we don't have enough damage and they just start casting whatever they have in hand. Swallowable Leviathan is such a good card, but we simply never drew this card. Yeah, I don't remember seeing this card was like in anywhere in this deck. Yeah, I think Sorcerer Schemes is definitely the most powerful card in this deck. It works super well with Lightning Bolt and Thunder Magic because they cost 1 mana, which is provided by Sorcerer Schemes. And it also triggers the 4 or more payoffs twice when there's Blazing Bomb or Sahagin, which I don't have. This deck severely lacks Sahagin, which is an excellent blocker in the early game and a threat in the late game. And Card Collection is a good card, but we don't have that many creatures to crew it, which is a detriment. So yeah, Card Collection not ending up working that well because we just can't crew it. Oof. Alright, that's it for the draft this time. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next one.